Good morning. This is your stat sensei, Mr. Spensei, and this is an exit ticket on residuals. And it says use the computer printout in the data table to answer the following questions about the amount of money in pounds used for alcohol by the family in Scotland. So we're caring about Scotland here, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight that on my data table. So Scotland. So let's read our scenario. And our scenario is, where did the money go? The British government regularly conducts surveys on household spending. One such survey determined the average weekly expenditure on tobacco, which happens to be our X, and the average expenditure on alcohol, which happens to be our Y, for households with a random sample um, from 10 different regions in the United Kingdom. The data table and computer printout of the regression are provided below. All right. And they said, use the printout and the data table. So that means I need to go back and think, okay, this is my y-intercept row. And this right here is my slope row. And it says, very first question was, what was the observed amount spent on alcohol? All right. And by the way, these are switched. Be careful. All right. So this is my Y and this is my X. So we need to be careful about that. So that's my Y and that's my X. What was the observed amount on alcohol? The observed amount was 6.08. And I don't know how to make that crazy L for pounds, but there it is. All right. So pounds. Based on the amount spent on tobacco, how much was expected to be spent on alcohol? All right, well, to do that, I'm going to need my regression equation. And remember, my regression equation is going to be based on my y-intercept and my slope. So let's go ahead and write this, our regression equation. We have alcohol with a hat equals 2.01814 plus 1.01528 tobacco. All right, so we know that we're looking at Scotland and we know we have to plug in the X because remember this is my Y value and this is my X. So we're going to be plugging in 4.51. So we're going to have 2.01814 plus 1.01528, plugging in the 4.51. And let's go ahead and drop that in the calculator real quickly. 2.01814 plus 1.01528, parentheses 4.51, close them, and we end up getting 6.597. All right. So alcohol with a hat equals 6.5970. That's what we expect to happen. All right. 6.5970 is what we expect to happen. Then it asks for the residual. Well, we have to remember residual equals observed minus expected. All right. And our observed was 6.08, and our expected was 6.5970. And so we just need to subtract those to actually get our residual. So in this case, when we subtract them, 6.08 minus 6.5970 is a negative point, a residual. So our R, our residual, equals negative 0.517. All right, negative 5.17. And what we observed was below what we expected. All right. Sometimes it'll be above, sometimes it'll be below. In this case, it was below. Anyway, appreciate you watching. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you.